As an entrepreneur, your journey doesn't have to be a solo one. It's really impossible to do all the things on your own. And trust me, like I have tried. So, bringing in experts from different areas really allows you to focus on the things that you do best. The Self-Made Life podcast is a podcast for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. I'm here to inspire small, local, and creative businesses along their journey to success. I'll share behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to run and scale a business, branding tips, and I'll also be chatting with other entrepreneurs to share their stories and what it's like to be self-made. Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Made Life podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Wyatt, and today I want to talk about building a team and surrounding yourself with the right people. When it comes to your business, as an entrepreneur, you wear a lot of hats and you're often juggling a lot of things, and some of those things just might not be in your wheelhouse or your zone of genius. So it really is helpful to kind of hand off those tasks to the experts in those fields so that you can kind of propel yourself forward and stay in your zone of genius. So last week I did a photography and video shoot, and it really had me reflecting of like how lucky I really am to get to work with such an amazing team of supportive women and men. Hi, Ryan. And I truly believe that having an aligned team is key to scaling your biz. So this week I'm sharing my experience with growing a team to kind of help you inspire and take the next step to propelling your business forward. So as an entrepreneur, your journey doesn't have to be a solo one. It's really impossible to do all the things on your own. And trust me, like I have tried. So bringing in experts from different areas really allows you to focus on the things that you do best, all while having, the rest in good hands. So when I first started Monarch Design Co., I did everything on my own. And it wasn't until the help of and gentle nudge of my business coach, Marley Rose Harris. She has a podcast, so I'll link her as well. But yeah, she's my business coach. I was working with her for the past 6 months, and I've just signed on for another 6 months. So I'm so excited to see what the next 6 months has in store for me. But anyways, I did almost everything on my own. So, I recently really leaned into the value of growing a small but mighty team. And I'm just so grateful to be surrounded by a network of women that I truly trust, so that I can focus on the things that drive my business forward. And if you're spending too much time on things that kind of pull you away from those areas in your business, I'm just going to share my top kind of tips to kind of help you to recalibrate and refocus. So tip number 1 is reflect on where you want to put your focus. So what do you love doing? Why did you start your business? Like really think about that question. What areas of your business brings you the most joy? Okay, I need to take a little break and just share one of our favorite tools, which is Honeybook. So Honeybook is our CRM system, and we really can't live without it. We have been using it for the past almost 4 years, and it's been like life-changing in our business. So from leads that kind of filter through our website form. It kind of populates into a new project for us, and seamlessly we can send proposals, we can schedule calls, we can send over invoices, contracts, brochures. And what I love most about it is it's just so easy on the client end, and we are able to get paid quickly and efficiently. And we're able to keep everything together in one easy and simple to use spot. So if you are looking for a client management system, I highly recommend Honeybook. It has been a total game changer in our business, and I have no doubt that it'll be a total game changer for you too. If you want to use our exclusive 50% off your first year, you can head over to our website, themonarchdesign.co/resources, and click Get 50% off Honeybook. And where does your expertise lie? Like maybe you are a social media manager and you love helping your clients grow. Well, if you're a social media manager, maybe, doing bookkeeping isn't your thing, or branding or building your own website like isn't your thing. And that's okay. That's where like the experts come in. But really take a look at your business and your why, and pinpoint any areas that make sense for you to dedicate your time and attention to, and what areas make sense to hand off. And once you really identify where you want to put your focus, start delegating the other things. These are the tasks that are outside your area of expertise, or that feel like they're pulling you away from the aspects in your business that matter the most. So really take a deep dive down into that. The first thing that I outsourced as a small business owner way back when was bookkeeping. And Jessie can vet for this. We actually have an episode with Jessie. I will link that in the comments. That was one of the first episodes we did because it was so helpful and valuable. And I still have people all the time asking me like, what do I do for bookkeeping or accounting? Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my business for like my finance side. And it's like, okay, go listen to this episode because it is literally a hidden gem and there's just so much goodness in there. But yeah, like I was like a hot mess when I came to Jessie. I literally, Tane and I, because we started the business together, we literally had this drawer in our desk that was just full of receipts. And I thought, Tane was on top of it and he thought I was on top of it. And at the end of the day, it was just a pile like of receipts. It was like a huge mess. None of us were dealing with it. We didn't really know how to. We're both creatives. So like the money side of things was really difficult to kind of grasp, and especially as a small business owner. So the first thing I did was I hired Jessie for my bookkeeping cleanup. So that was months worth of cleanup. I think we did like 7 or 8 months of cleanup, and now she's been my bookkeeper ever since. So that was back in 2018. And fast forward now to 2022. I'm just so grateful for Jessie. I love her. I just finished her brand refresh. Actually, I delivered that last night. So I'm so excited for this next chapter of her business. But yeah, like outsourcing that took a huge weight off of my shoulders, and I knew that I was in good hands, and it just let me sleep a little bit easier at night, especially with like finances and like taxes and like bookkeeping, making sure that everything is in order. It's just, you don't want to mess around with that. You don't want the CRA to come after you, or like the IRS if you're in the US. So yeah, look at different things that you want to outsource and figure that out and start delegating. And then next on the list, number 2, is find experts that you truly align with and trust. This is a huge one. I remember working with a virtual assistant. I worked with 2 actually back in like 2020 and 2 in 2020. And honestly, it didn't really jive with me. Like, they are both great people, I'm sure, but the first one, it was like, I don't even know. I would never hire them again. And I'm not going to say who or anything because I'm not about bashing people. But just really, when you're hiring someone, make sure that you are going through the interview process and you are hiring someone that you vibe well with and that you can kind of get a sense of trust, and get feedback from them or feedback from some of their other clients or customers, just so that you truly know who you're hiring. So once you find the areas where you could use a little extra help, look for these experts in these fields that not only have the skills to execute what you're looking for, but also share your vision, and that are aligned with your values and have a passion for your business and mission. Because if your vision, your mission, and your values don't align, you won't work well with them. I'm actually reading this book right now called Traction, which I highly recommend. I will link it in the notes, and it's all about building a team and aligning with people that you trust and who align with your values. So that is a huge one, and if it doesn't, then it's a hell no. So just make sure that you are going through that vetting process, and then develop a strong network of like-minded small business owners, like photographers, bookkeepers, videographers, branding and web designers, or freelancers and employees that are dedicated to helping you succeed and elevate your business beyond what you think is even possible. We're really in this business of entrepreneurship, and sometimes it can be lonely, and just leaning on these other like-minded entrepreneurs is really helpful and essential for your growth. One of the first things I did was when I did my first workshop, I hired a photographer, which is Megan Bouchard Photography. She was one of the original hosts on this podcast, and we just hit it off. She shot my first workshop, and I've been working together since with her over the years, and we've become great friends. When I lived in Burlington, we used to go mall walking in the mornings, with her toddler, and sometimes I would bring Winnie, because what else are you going to do as an entrepreneur in the middle of winter? But just finding those like-minded entrepreneurs to kind of bounce ideas off of and just to chat with and relate with is just so essential and helpful, not just for your mindset and your own mental health, but just to help cheer each other on and grow together. So I hired Megan this past week, and she was a photographer for the shoot, and I'm so excited. I got the gallery last night, and oh my gosh, I am just blown away. I'm so excited to use all the photos and start implementing them, update my website. So it really makes a huge difference. If I were to just go and rent this studio space on my own and try to take my own photos and set up a tripod or something, or hire an amateur, or a friend or a family member who, maybe doesn't really do photography, maybe they just have a camera, that's great. But when you hire an expert who this is what they do for a living, you will notice a huge shift, and it just makes all the difference. So hire the expert, work with people that you align with and trust. We also did a video with Archive Weddings. Shout out to Ryan. I am so excited for this. We worked on the copywriting with Jessie, who is a copywriter on our team. Shout out to Jessie. And I'm just so excited to see this video come together. It sounds great. It looks great. The studio space was beautiful. We're actually going to shoot in another location as well. And, there's this huge shift for video content. And I think it's just so essential now more than ever to, hire these experts and get your content going, especially on, social media, on your website. Because in this remote world, that is where people are. And that's where your ideal clients will find you. And number 3 is nurture your team. So now that you've built a supportive network around you and your biz, make sure that you nurture those relationships and you put your trust into your team to bring your goals to life. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have a team and if I didn't trust them. And that's taken a while to do. Like, I've been in business for a couple years and now I'm just hiring a team. And a lot of them are contractors and they have their own business and they work with other people. But it's just when I know and I got the vibe from the interview and, just chatting with them more and seeing, social proof of what they've done with others, it gives me more peace of mind and puts more trust into them, knowing that, this is my team. They have my back. They are working towards the common good and goal of our clients and putting our clients first. And that is like a huge deal for me. So I'm a really big proponent of open communication, trust, and just allowing my team to work their magic. And I'm just there to support them along the way and give them the tools that they need or answer any questions that they have. So to keep organized and everything in one place and foster that collaboration and open communication, really consider using some sort of software like Notion and Slack, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page and has everything that they need to succeed. We use Notion for all of our client portals and onboarding system. We have running tasks so I can assign different team members to different projects and they have everything that they need. The client is involved. The client has everything they need. And then Slack is our chat for communication. So we're able to have different channels for different projects and they're able to connect with one another. Like right now, Brandy Lynn, our web designer, is working with Jessie, copywriter, and it's just like a beautiful dynamic to see. And I'm able to hand off the design and trust that they're gonna like knock it out of the park. And they always blow me away. Like I'm just so proud of them and I'm just so proud of my team and what we're doing. And I'm just so excited for my clients because this is truly, a great opportunity, not just to work with us. And like, I'm not trying to like say all this as like a humble brag, but like, I'm literally just so blown away that we're able to offer this like one-stop shop and able to add so much value for our clients and just cheer them on so that they can succeed in whatever they do. So yeah, those are my top 3 tips for building your team, no matter what, area you are in with your business, whatever part of your journey you're at, just kind of meeting you where you are. But yeah, let me know if you found this helpful. If you start outsourcing, let me know which task you would want to outsource first. And, just surrounding myself with the right people has truly been one of the best things I've ever done to refocus my time and energy in this season of my life. And I'm just so grateful. I love my business. I love my clients. I love my team. Like, I probably sound like a broken record, but I truly am just so grateful. And I'm just so excited for all the growth that we've experienced and all the growth that we will continue and all the growth of my clients, my branding clients, my web design clients. And I'm just cheering them on. So yeah, let me know if you found this episode helpful. And if you want more content like this, hit subscribe on Spotify or Apple, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. And also subscribe to Monarch Design Co.'s newsletter. We're always trying to deliver great, helpful content like this straight to your inbox to help up-level your business, save you time, and just bring more value to you and your business. So I will link a subscription link as well to that. So thanks so much for listening, and hopefully we will be back next week. I know that we missed a couple episodes or a couple weeks in between. Truly, it's just been a very hectic last couple of weeks. We had reading week last week. So those of you who are new to tuning in, I teach part-time at a college in Toronto, teaching graphic design, branding, typography, all of that beautiful, passionate things that I just love. And I just love teaching it and doing it. yeah, it was, I guess I just decided to overload myself on reading week because I thought that was a good idea. Ashley a month ago thought that was a good idea. Ashley at the time did not. But in all honesty, there's only a couple of weeks left of the term, and I'm just really looking forward to a break from teaching and kind of sharing what's next. So, which will be a hint, hint, maybe a group coaching program where I can teach you all the things that I've basically learned in the past couple years of business to help you grow even more. So stay tuned for that. More details on that later on. But yeah, anyways, we'll talk soon. I do have an episode coming out with Carley Zuercher, which is one of my other coaches from a few years ago. That will be a really great episode, and a few others planned. And then we'll probably take a short little break, and we're going to launch season 4 soon, which I can't even believe. So stay tuned and take care. Bye, everyone.